Hello, welcome to Fun Facts Friday.
Woo!
Hey,
Bye.
hi Wilson. Wilson popped in and said hi and bye, everybody.
And popped out.
Right. How are you doing today?
Good. Still full from yesterday.
Yes, yes. That's the one good thing about Thanksgiving. You know, we get to eat and eat good food for a couple days. Yeah.
For a
How are you
couple
today,
days.
Sissy?
I'm doing well, sissy.
Did you ever get
It was good seeing you guys yesterday via Zoom.
yes?
Yeah.
That was Thanksgiving 2020, right? The Zoom and the
Right.
virtual, getting to visit family. Didn't get to do, a lot of people go around and visit all the different homes in person, but made some adjustments.
Right.
It was made some adjustments, and it was still good to see faces that we look forward to seeing throughout the year. So
But other than that, I had a great gobble day.
good.
Well, guess what? I didn't really gobble.
You didn't? What'd you do?
No, we didn't have gobble.
What'd you have? Well, let's get into that a little later. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving, and we're going to talk about Black Friday.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. We're going to talk about some Thanksgiving facts, some Black Friday facts, and that's going to be in our show today. But today is November 27th, 2020. It is the National Day of Listening. It is Black Friday. It is National Buy Nothing Day and National Flossing Day. Now, National Day of Listening it's always the day after Thanksgiving. And in 2008, the nonprofit organization Story Corps launched the National Day of Listening. What their goal was with the National Day of Listening was to encourage you to gather with friends and family and record family history and stories for preservation. So hence listening is to encourage the listening of others, listening to the stories. And, we take for granted a lot of times that, we don't need to know our family history. Grandma knows that, or Auntie so-and-so knows that. But it's important for us to take the time to listen to our family members, our elders, those who have that history. It's important to listen to them and get that knowledge, because you never know when it could be the last day they're around and you won't know the history for yourself. So I thought that was pretty neat when I read that about National Day of Listening. And when I read about the reason why they started National Day of Listening.
Well, and you know what? Right, but you know what? Even though you may be young now, and like us, we're starting to get older now, we become that elder. We become the voice of the family to tell the stories of the family,
That's true.
So it's good to listen into your family history,
Yeah,
so
it is.
It's always good.
Good to listen to it and good to share it if you know it.
Hey, Pink.
Another day for today is National Buy Nothing Day. National Buy Nothing Day it originated in Canada in September of 1992, and it was moved to the day after Thanksgiving from September to the day after Thanksgiving in 1997. It was started as a way to protest the frenzy of Black Friday shopping, which we're going to talk about a little later, the Black Friday shopping. So someone created National Buy Nothing Day as a way to counteract the shopping frenzy. Now, they say that ways to support that day are to cut up your credit cards so that you're not shopping and spending. Now, to me, to cut up your credit card to support one day, that sounds, you would be cutting your credit cards up. Either one, you could just call and reorder a new credit card, Or you're stopping your spending and shopping for however long, until you get a new credit card. So I don't know about that one as a way to support it. Another way was to do a world mart. They said, get a shopping cart. And this is just to sort of disrupt the shoppers that are in the store and just walk around the store with an empty cart, because as you're walking, as more people are in the store, you just can't move around in the store as fast. So they suggested that you get a shopping cart. Don't buy anything. Just get a shopping cart and walk around the grocery store. I would say be careful doing that, because, nowadays you might do that and be walking around with your shopping cart and disrupt the wrong person. You might have some problems on your hands. You got to be careful. Yeah, I don't know. Another way was to clean out your closet. So instead of going shopping, just clean out your closet. Or volunteer at a local food pantry. So there were a few good ideas, but I don't know about that. The shopping cart one, I guess if you're just walking around in the store, but I wouldn't want you to purposefully be going and trying to disrupt someone's flow of traffic. Just the fact that you're there, you're going to be getting in everybody's way, like somebody said, and it's going to slow them down. But, don't be bumping into people, because exactly, you might get the wrong person, and they could have been out shopping since 5 o'clock in the morning. You get in their way, you might have some problems on your hands. Yeah. So let's see. So those were ways for Buy Nothing Day. It is also National Flossing.
Well, what I would say.
Go ahead.
It's the nails way.
I'm about to say, you gonna be nice today, or you gonna be mean?
Listen, Sissy.
Yes.
All you have to do is some of the major items that's on sale.
Just start taking them all. What'd you say we gonna do, Sissy?
You can just put everything, walk around with, put everything that's the hot item in my cart and just walk around with it.
See, again.
And then park the cart as I go out.
Again, be careful who you do that to, or who you do that with, because we do not condone starting any fights in the store. You did not get that information from us. Oh, so let's move on to National Flossing Day. This National Flossing Day is not the dance. Don't just walk around and do the dance all day. It is actually flossing your teeth with floss. And this comes from.
It is not a. I think.
Say that again.
I think I'm delayed, but I was just kidding with everybody about that shopping cart.
Oh yeah.
But I know somebody was thinking about it.
You. This information comes from www.flossing.org. There is actually a site just for flossing. And there are a lot of videos. I saw a lot of videos on the importance of flossing, how to floss. So yeah, but there is an actual site if you're interested. And National Flossing Day is always the day after Thanksgiving. And they said after having a big meal that they want to encourage people to have good dental hygiene and brushing your teeth and flossing. And if you were eating turkey and the meats, you may need to floss a little extra. The American Dental Association recommends flossing at least once a day to achieve the best results for oral health. I know my dentist suggests twice a day. So I guess they say a minimum of floss at least once a day. So yeah, those are national days. It is.
Well, I thought that they would talk about flossing because of so many sweets that you consume on Thanksgiving, you know?
Yeah, that's probably too. The sweets, the different meats you're eating, just all the food you're eating on Thanksgiving. So yeah. We also today we're gonna have a special segment, and it's going to be called "The Wisdom of Children." You know, they have the show and they always say kids say the darndest things. Well, today we have one that is the wisdom of children. And I was with a 9-year-old today, and I don't know, I think she's on with us. Is she with you, Wilson, to share the story?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay. So,
Hi.
hi. So would you like to share the advice you gave me today? This is Fun Facts Friday, and you have shared information, and we would like to let our viewers know the advice you gave me today.
Well, sometimes you just need to separate yourself from yourself.
Separate ourselves
And
from
what does it mean
ourselves. So
exactly by that?
what does that mean? Do you have
You might get mad at something.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have an example.
Okay.
For example, I was at the store with my big cousin, and we were shopping, and there was a self-checkout. So we went. And me and my big cousin, we got angry at the machine, and it was our own fault because we put the bags in the wrong place. So then I said, see, that's what I mean. Separate yourself from yourself.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. So if you didn't hear her, this is wisdom of children. This is a 9-year-old that told me earlier today. We were talking about sometimes people have to separate themselves from negative.
Very good.
Yes, thank you for sharing. We were talking about how sometimes people have to separate themselves from negative things or negative people so that we, can have an inner peace and be calm in ourselves and not get angry. And so she said, sometimes we have to separate ourselves from ourselves. I didn't completely understand that. But later on through the day, and the story she's saying at the self-checkout, so we kept putting this stuff in the bag. And sometimes if you use the self-checkouts in the store, they'll say, oh, check the weight, or the weight doesn't work, or please remove the item from the scale. And we kept doing it back and forth. We're like, this machine is not working. Then we got to the end and it called the cashier over, said assistance is coming. We're like, we didn't ask for assistance. What's the problem? I was the big cousin. I was getting upset. I'll be transparent. And so when the cashier came over, he said, oh, you have to place the bags on this side, because there were no bags there. So I couldn't really see what side it was. And I'm going left to right. He said, oh, you have to place the bags on the left side. And he said, that's why it wasn't working. And then that's when she reminded me, sometimes you have to separate yourself from yourself, because we can get mad at things. And sometimes you may get mad at things or mad at someone until you realize that that person is not even the person doing anything to make you get upset. It's something in yourself or something that you may be doing that's causing the problem. So sometimes we have to step away, breathe, and think about is it something I'm doing that's causing this problem to make me upset, or is it really an outside thing? So we have to share that, because that was a 9-year-old.
We said to each other, yeah, sometimes, we get mad, but baby was right. We have to stop and take a look at self. Sometimes it's us. So that's what she means about, about that. We have to stop and look at ourselves first. And then she and I just started laughing. And I said, from a 9-year-old, telling us grown folks, and she's right.
Yes.
Right.
And if we think about it, that probably happens more often than we realize, that things that we are the ones who started it or created the problem, So so thank you for that today, for our wisdom of children,
The wisdom of children, that every time we do something, we're going to stop and think about, what would a 9-year-old say about this?
Yeah, right. So today's main topic we wanted to talk about was Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. It was a different Thanksgiving for a lot of us. It's 2020. We're trying to stay safe and may not be able to gather with our friends and family like we normally would. I know usually I could say pre-2020, you start at one house, then you go to the next person's house and you're going all day. You may be going, day before, day of, day after, different people's houses. But this year, I know our family, we had some of the same foods for our immediate household, but we did Zoom and got to see the extended family. We got to see the extended family through Zoom. See, yes. So, Antoinette, you want to share, how did you do Thanksgiving? Did you, or let's say, did you do anything different than what you normally would have done this year?
So, yes, actually.
I must have missed the inside joke on that one.
So, our oldest daughter recently relocated to California. Okay. So we actually spent Thanksgiving with her and her husband and the 2 kids. Okay. And I didn't have to cook the whole meal.
Okay. So she did most of the cooking this year?
It was about half and half.
Okay. Cool. Sissy, did you do anything different? I know one thing was different because I normally would have been at your house at some point on Thanksgiving.
I know.
We did do the Zoom. We did get to see each other on Zoom.
We did get to see each other doing the Zoom. And then I did get a taste of the yams and everything today. But it was a different Thanksgiving. I was watching a lot of the people that I'm friends with on Facebook. Like we have one that's watching now, and I would love to get that rotisserie turkey recipe that she was doing because it looked really good. But yeah, but just seeing everybody, huh?
I said that must be a big rotisserie to do a turkey.
It was. It was Bridget. She's on here now. She doesn't live around here with us. But I was just looking at their different foods and everything that they did. It's like we've seen a lot more people share more of their home life with us this year. So that was a good thing, And like us, I knew you guys weren't coming, and usually we share food back and forth between the houses.
Right.
But it was like this time was different,
Yeah,
but
it was.
But it was good.
Yeah. I liked the fact that we got to see each other, even though it was on Zoom. We weren't all in one house. It was nice to be in our house, but still kind of visit virtually everybody.
Yeah. I can say we're definitely thankful for technology.
Right.
House, by
yes,
everybody coming on and saying
I think I'm freezing.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a big delay.
A few people were, I think you guys had stopped up. Is everybody?
I think we're back now.
Okay.
We just got a long delay in there.
Yeah.
People probably still zooming the system.
Right. Probably still a lot of people. people are home and yeah. I wonder how, how many people really were using Zoom and all of those different avenues now. It's like I said, thankful for technology. It's good that we're able to use the different ways together.
This Black Friday thing was interesting to me.
Black Friday seems like it's been going all month this time. The day after Thanksgiving, and these facts come from the balance.com, and it said the day after Thanksgiving has been the unofficial beginning of the holiday season. Hello? We're having some technical difficulties today.
Okay, so I think Sissy froze up again.
I'm here. I'm back.
Nighttime, so they think that that's Black Friday, but when it's actually not, it becomes Red Friday for us, but it's Black Fridays for the retailers and whoever else, because that means Black equals profit.
Yes.
And red equals loss. So when you leave out, you have the profits in your pocket on that credit card, but when you come home, you're in the red.
Yes, and that's definitely, is reverse for us than it is for the retailers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do
you notice how, how happy everybody is? That shopping cart thing, but pretty much, have you noticed that? You froze again.
I think people are probably happy and excited too, because they're able to be out the house. And it's another way, because I would venture to say that most people have been staying away from a lot of extra socializing. And so it sort of gives you an excuse as, Black Friday, oh, I have a reason to go out, and you may run into a friend in the store, or you may see somebody, or even just any other adult or someone else outside of your household, can just seeing somebody sometimes can cheer you up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did go out to one store today, and one thing I did notice, and I was paying attention, the store I went to, it wasn't that crowded. I was skeptical at first because the parking lot had a lot of cars, and I was like, okay, if it's too crowded, we're not staying in here. But it wasn't that bad. But people were wearing their mask, and trying to stay away from people. You see someone walk in your direction, you automatically are moving, so you're not bumping into people. And it was, from what I saw in the store I went to, people were trying to still be cautious, which was a good thing. It wasn't just a free for all. Let's all go out and not wear a mask and while out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. In your face, so
yeah, that could be a good marker to use. Just push it in front of them if they get too close.
We're gonna have to walk around with that stick, the social distance stick.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, the one we got from Amazon.
Yes, they actually have a stick on Amazon. It's called a social distance stick, and actually it's socialdistance.com. And it's a 6-foot stick. It's retractable to 11 inches. And it's actually a stick you undo like an antenna, like the old school antenna you used to have to pull out. is how it looks, and it's 6 feet. So we should start walking around with that, like, hey, you too close. I'm gonna poke you with my stick. You too close. And it's 6 feet, and it's called a social distance stick to make sure when you, it's not really, I don't think it's really made to poke people or to make sure that they're 6 feet, but I think it's designed for when you're setting things up, or if you're setting chairs somewhere to make sure that you're 6 feet apart. But hey, it doesn't say it cannot be used to take to the store with you to make sure that you're maintaining your 6 feet distance.
Okay, look, Sissy.
Because I went to the mall today to meet somebody for a corn dog, and there was not 6 foot distance between most of the people that I saw. It was quite a few people in there. And some of them were standing in lines to get in the store. So I did notice the stores were trying to keep it maintained to a certain number inside a store. But yeah, that stick would have came in handy for me.
Yeah.
Make sure they were keeping back.
Now see, now that's the what stick?
What?
I said I'm gonna have to see this stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Amazon. You see it on Amazon.
It's called, yep. We're gonna pull one up. It's called the social distance stick. Yep. But did you watch the parade yesterday, Sissy?
I did.
The Thanksgiving Day parade. Do you know that parade, it has been, the Macy's parade has been going on since 1924. It's almost 100 years old. Because the Macy's department store has been going on parade has been going since 1924. But in 1905, Canadian department store Eaton's began the first Thanksgiving Day parade. And then they inspired Macy's.
Than what it was.
Yes. That's a long time to keep doing the same of anything, you know?
Right. That's true.
So here we go. I found a picture. I'm gonna show you.
Wilson has it up.
Oh, yep, that's the actual stick. Yes. It is a social.
Wasn't kidding.
It's the social distance stick. And I'm gonna share my screen here. See, it extends to exactly 6 feet. The social stick is what it's called. socialstickusa.com. And they're shipping it free. So they want to make sure that you are practicing your social distancing. Extends to exactly 6 feet, and it retracts to only 11 inches.
Wow.
See, you thought
so that can fit in your purse.
Yeah. 11 inches, see? And they have different colors. You could be fashionable with it. See, there you go. You can be cute with your social stick and make sure people stay 6 feet apart. Yeah, interesting, huh?
Okay.
Yeah. Social stick. So speaking of the social stick, so one thing I noticed when I watched the parade yesterday, there weren't a lot of people lining the streets. You know, usually you see a lot of people on the sides.
I did read something Are you there? Did you hear me?
You said you did read something. That was the last thing I heard.
Okay, because you went out, but I'm reading here that there were, it was like a lottery and they only allowed so many people there.
Okay.
But they
Okay.
so social distance from each other. Some of them were missing part of the show.
The
parade, because it wasn't an actual parade. It was a parade, but it wasn't the normal parade where it just keeps going down street. So this one person on the New York Post said that they would have been better off watching it on television.
Oh, wow. See, and I thought it didn't seem like it was the normal parade.
Huh? I missed
it. Didn't seem like it was the normal parade to me. I was thinking that it probably was, they went and stopped at one area and did their performance and stuff and then kept going, because the channel I watched, that's all that I really could see was that one platform, one area that they had the different people performing.
So let me tell you this. Do you know that it was pre-recorded?
It was. Well, I guess it probably did need to give the people time to move and come back in. And so I wondered when they do the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Let's record the Thanksgiving Day Parade, November 2nd.
Let me see. But it said to avoid attracting crowds, much of the viewers saw what the viewers saw on television on Thursday morning was not live at all. So pretty much it was some that was live and some parts of it that was pre-recorded.
Wow. See how TV and technology can fool you? We thought we were really.
And they said here, listen at this.
People get sent off the real.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, it's yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I was reading that and I was like, wow, but I mean it was still good. They still put it together pretty good, but
I wouldn't have known it was pre-recorded.
No.
Parts of it they said was pre-recorded, and they used scenes from previous
previous parades.
So,
yeah.
Right. That's what all the balloons and all of that.
Right.
But what did you say earlier, Sissy? Didn't you say earlier that technology has come a long ways and all this other stuff? Well, we see technology they really thought about how they put that together.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I guess they've had some time to think about that, because that definitely took some planning. That wasn't something they could have did at the last minute.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
but from what I'm reading here, yeah. But only 12% of the people in the audience. Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like Wilson said, kudos to Macy's and all of them who worked on that and putting that together. Yeah, we hope everyone had a safe holiday. And if you went out shopping, that you stayed safe, didn't spend too much money. And we will see you guys next Friday. Please remember, if you have any topics you would like to talk about or a business you would like to share, we were asked last week about putting together a business expo to showcase a lot of different businesses. So please, if you have a business or you know someone who has a business, please email us at funfactsfriday100@gmail.com. That is fun facts, because we share fun facts on Friday and we keep it 100@gmail.com. And yes.
Can I throw one thing out there? On Facebook, I saw somebody doing some hula hooping. I don't know if that's a new thing that's going on, but maybe that person could join us next Friday and tell us about that hula hoop and where they got that special looking hula hoop from.
Yes, and they
That's pretty cool. They was doing it.
dancing, everything.
Really?
Yes.
It was cool.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it wasn't a little kid.
No. So come on next week. Tell us about it.
Look, we will have to look that up and then send that person a
special request.
Yeah, send a message, send them a Facebook message and say, hey, can you come on here and demonstrate your hula?
Yeah,
right.
It was really cool. It looked like a good exercise. All right, that was it.
So join us same time next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We will be here. Follow the Zoom link. Follow us on Facebook. You can find our page at Fun Facts Friday 100 and catch Sissy in the chat on Sunday at www.wofccfairfield.com. And one thing in the community I did want to share now that we are getting into the Christmas holiday season, there is a house in Fairfield. And if you look up, I don't know, Sissy, if you have the exact name of it, but it is in Fairfield and do the lights all in their yard. You tune your radio to a certain station and you can hear the music they have playing. It's really nice. We've gone to see it 1 year before. And so that is in Fairfield.
It's on Calder Place in Fairfield.
Calder Place in Fairfield, yes.
Yeah.
Drive through the
court. 2132 Calder Place. They do a really good job every year. It's just really good to see. They've done it for you.
Didn't they say they're doing that online this year?
Yes, and if you look up, what is the name of the?
I didn't write that one down.
In the heading.
It's called Christmas Light Show Celebration at Magical Holiday Moments.
Yes, so if you look at holiday moments, look up Magical Holiday Moments in Fairfield, California, and you will find the event on Facebook. There's a link that you can watch it live on the computer. And so, yeah, if you don't want to drive out there, you can't drive out to the home. You stay in your cars, or you can look up Magical Holiday Moments, Fairfield, California, and you'll be able to find it on Facebook too.
And you can look in your hometown happenings page in the newspapers, and I think they have it in there too, how you can go about that. But yeah, it's just probably easier just to go and Google it and then follow the link.
Yeah.
But make sure you follow the link to WOFCC on Sunday morning. Follow me there.
We'll catch Sissy in the chat and we'll see you guys next Friday. Deuces.